thousands of sports card investors lose thousands of dollars chasing the hype and chasing the wrong cards. In today's video, I'm showing you 5 cards you absolutely need to avoid right now. Let's start things off with this 2019 Optic Rated Rookie Holo for Tyler Herro. Now, this one currently has a PSA 10 pop count of 462 PSA 10 slabs floating around out there. When we look at Tyler Herro's market, we can see that it is down 72% over the course of his career. Now, really, the reason that this is happening, what's leading to this, is on-court performance doesn't match the hype. Now, there was a window of opportunity, and some may believe it's still here, when Jimmy Butler was traded to the Golden State Warriors. This was Tyler Herro's time to shine, take the next step up, and carry that Miami team heat on his back and emerge as a superstar. But a lot of that hype has worn down, and when the hype wears down, so does the money and the interest from investors. So if you're a Tyler Herro fan and you believe that his cards at his market will bounce back and you're looking to buy low and sell high, just keep in mind that the market data is showing otherwise. Moving on to the next card. Talking about this 2019 Prism base card for Ja Morant. Now, this one has a huge pop count of 22,722 PSA 10s floating around out there. When we take a look at Ja Morant's market over the course of his career, it is down 28%. That is a very big drop off for Ja Morant. One of the biggest issues that's causing this drop off, one of the biggest things causing this drop off, is the off the court issues, causing a little bit of team instability for Ja Morant. Now, the trap here is that he's still a big name in the NBA. He is one of the most talented players we've seen come through the NBA. However, a lot of investors will feel like he is still worth investing in. And I would tell you to pump your brakes and just make sure that you're paying attention to the market data and you're not falling in the traps. If you're going to invest in one of Ja Morant's cards, just make sure it isn't this specific card. Moving on to the next one. Sticking in that 2019 NBA draft, we're talking Zion Williamson's 2019 Prism base card, currently sitting with a PSA 10 pop count of just over 23,000. When we look at Zion Williamson's player market over the course of his career, you can see that it is not down, but it is down big, 79%. That is just a huge drop off. It's too big to ignore. One of the biggest things leading to this drop off is Zion Williamson's inability to stay healthy. So he's often injured. He's very rarely on the court, but when he is on the court, he's one of the most polarizing players in the NBA. He's just not on the court often enough. There are also a lot of career longevity questions surrounding him, and I don't even know if he's going to remain in New Orleans. So a lot of uncertainty, a lot of shaky ground here with Zion Williamson. So when it comes to staying away from this card, I'm staying away from this card and a few of his other rookie cards because he's often injured, a lot of injuries going along. This leads to a lot of declining confidence from investors. And honestly, with such a high PSA 10 pop count for this card, I just don't see the upside here. Moving on to the next card. We're moving out of the NBA into the MLB and talking about this 2021 Bowman Chrome rookie auto for Jarred Kelenic, currently sitting with a PSA 10 pop count of 307. Now, I know that feels low after seeing what the pop counts were for Ja Morant and Zion Williamson, but I feel like this number is a little deceptive. It is a little high for a PSA 10 pop count, to be 100% honest with you. When we take a look at Jarred Kelenic's market over the course of his career, you can see it is on a steady drop. 65% drop off from where it was when he entered the MLB. Now, one of the biggest reasons leading to this drop off is Jarred Kelenic has just struggled pretty much his whole career. I know he had a decent year with the Braves and he was one of the better names on the team, but there are a lot of injuries going on in Atlanta, making room for Jarred Kelenic. This year, they should be healthy. Acuna should be back, and maybe we see a step back for Jarred Kelenic. So that just makes me want to stay away from his market altogether. Now, much like the other players on this list, he's still very young, so it does kind of create a trap factor where a lot of investors will see that, feel like there's a bounce back coming. They want to pounce on his cards, buy low, and eventually sell high. I do think you'll be able to buy low, but I don't think you'll be able to sell high on this card. It's just not that desirable of a card on the market. Moving on to the next card. All right, last card on today's list. We're talking NHL with this one. 2020 Upper Deck Young Guns insert for Alexis Lafreniere, currently with a PSA 10 pop count of 1,938. When we take a look at his player market over the course of his career, you can see it is down 72%, and that is about as brutal of a graph as you can see for any player. Now, one of the biggest reasons leading to this huge drop off is just underperformance. We just haven't seen the performance, the results on the ice match the hype. When we factor in a super high PSA 10 pop count and just considering how overprinted or just how highly printed the Young Gun insert is, it does make this card very undesirable. My advice is, if you're going to invest in Alexis Lafreniere, look to a different card, maybe one that doesn't have such a high PSA 10 pop count, or maybe just stay away from it from now, and let's see if he can turn things around before you drop your hard-earned money. All right, if my video and my list helped you at all, be sure to drop a like and click that sub up button. I'm here every single week with new content to help you avoid making mistakes and just simply invest smarter. If you want to check out more of my content with investing insights, make sure you check out these two videos floating around up there somewhere. I'll be back next week with brand new content just for you. And until that video, Chavez is out.